Hi, friends. It's me again. I'm back. I'm host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People. And, you know, I was thinking about how we all can enjoy the period of time before guys started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight then, but before that, everything was great. It was the Garden of Eden, West Philadelphia, born and raised. The playground was where I spent most of my days. All right? Until what happened? Everything's great, Garden of Eden, and then all of a sudden, guys who are up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. And I got in one little fight, and my mom got mad, and she said, "You're going to move to live with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." And everything's been shit ever since. So my point is, if we could just go back to the time before those guys started making trouble in my neighborhood, the guys who were up to no good, that everything would just be beautiful again. Rachel and I were just discussing how our life essentially is before those guys started making trouble in my neighborhood. Hi, Octavia Silva. Hi, Lawnmower. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. Benny Medina was executive producer of that show. I don't know who Benny Medina is. Why are you buying me so soon, Octavia Silva? You just got here. Got something important going on or what? Oh, Benny Medina was the one who gave Will Smith a shot at it. Interesting. Well, it sounds like maybe Benny Medina was one of those guys who was up to no good making trouble in my neighborhood. So,
my mom got scared.
She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." So,
It's a good looking gun on that screen right there.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Rachel just said, she expects Home Fries, her stalker, to come back with offense.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure because...
Oh, really?
Well, he is dealing with me. We'll see.
He doesn't know you.
Before he responds, he's going to look into it a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think he wants any piece of me if he's got any sense about it.
Yeah, but it'll be, I have a feeling. Let's see how this goes.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like when Rachel told me about all this stuff, even though she was obviously a little bit upset about it, I was like, ooh. Fun.
Ambition.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So,
I feel happy because it's like giving me solution to something that has been kind of like a cloud over my head, like for a long time, for like 9 years now. So
I'm glad.
Yeah. And it's really, I don't know if this is ironic or not, but he's the person who got me to be enthusiastic about astrology.
It's like rain on your wedding day. Like a free ride when you've already paid. It's like, how ironic is that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Margaret.
Margaret, hey. Will Smith is also a player on the LA Dodgers, and I think that is such a suitable name for an LA team.
That's true. The LA Dodgers have a Will Smith. He's a catcher and DH, and looks like he's about 20 years old.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he's very young.
Kisses to you too, Margaret. So yeah, I'm excited to see if Home Fries comes at me.
We'll see.
I noticed this morning, hi David Sanderson, that before I even had we put it up, went to sleep, got up in the morning, and discovered it already had 4 thumbs down on it, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm not sure who would thumbs down that video.
Me neither.
Midnight Blue just popping in to say hi. Hope y'all are doing well. We are doing well.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for your well wishes, Midnight Blue. We much prefer your well wishing to wishing us ill.
Yes,
So thank you
definitely.
for that.
And if you have a penny and you go to a wishing well, we will wish you well too.
Yeah. When wishing in a wishing well, wish well, not ill, with your wishing well wishes.
Well, thank you, Annie Dom. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Lawnmower, it's not you. Sorry. It's not you.
No, it's definitely
It's clearly
not you. No, this guy, he's in Europe somewhere. He grew up he was born in England, and then he moved somewhere in Europe, so he lives in Europe.
And now he lives in Europe with my foot up his ass. Where it belongs. Well, yeah, I mean, Rachel, we made a video last night if you want to watch it. This guy sending Rachel all this hate stuff, trying to gaslight and guilt her and stuff. And well, Genexio, that's very cautious of you. That's very metaphysically cautious. Genexio points out that since God's plan is infallible, it might be stepping on God's toes to wish me well. Well, remember, you're not predicting me well. You're just wishing me well. Well, that's why I hashtagged it, the video, stuff women have to deal with or stuff women deal with. It's like, I know that I've talked to other chicks before who've gotten shit like that. You know, not even relationship chicks, but just friends or whatever. I'm like, are you serious? This guy sent you all this hate like that? And she's like, whoever is just like, yeah, shit like this happens. Well, that's shit chicks got to deal with. I'm sure they'd rather receive a dick pic. That's probably less annoying. And I don't
At
think
least that's one and done. At least,
Right, you just throw it away and go,
But like, it's with emails. That's even harder because it's very hard to block someone's email. If his emails were going to trash, right? They were going to junk mail because I had a gut feeling that even though he said he was done with me, that he wouldn't be. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm going to put you in the junk mail. So I haven't been seeing these messages at all. And they've just accumulated and accumulated. And he was saying that he was claiming that I was reading all of them and not responding on purpose. And that's why I said back to him, I was like, I haven't read any of these messages.
Lawnmower, I think it might be redundant. I'm pretty sure there's no other way to plop your balls on a table except menacingly.
Oh, he is not competition, you mad bro. He's not competition at all. This guy has been gaslighting me and making me feel like shit since 2012. Ooh, you all right?
I'm gonna live.
I hope so. That's a good thing. Howdy.
So, yeah, it's not like she even ever got with the guy, right?
No.
He wanted to get with her, but it never went that way, and he got very upset, and he wants to spew a bunch of foul spite at her now.
Yeah, because I rejected him.
Unfortunately, I'm not one to back away from shit like that, right? I'm inclined to making people feel like shit was how I got my wife to marry me. Well, you mad, bro? To each their own?
Yeah, to each their own. That's what I'm going to stick with too.
I catch you up. There's nothing really to catch up with except that she did get a response from Home Fries.
I did.
And
it was like, I'm shocked that you. He was like, I'm shocked that you respond, still being like a total prick.
Well, then he got a reply from us.
Yeah.
With the link to the video. So now he gets to, he gets to be introduced to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, he did respond. I told you.
What did he say?
The fact you did this is frankly amazing. I didn't watch the video, but that's all I'll say for now, Thomas. He'll respond.
You didn't watch the video?
No.
Well, that's what you call accountability avoidance syndrome.
You know very well about that.
Mm-hmm.
Home Fries. When I have something on Rachel Sucka, I will email you. It's interesting with his mom. I was stalking him myself yesterday because he used to have a Twitter and it used to have his picture on it. Now he is of, I believe, Indian or Pakistani descent, but he was born in England and moved to Europe. So that's the only facts that I have when it comes to locale and stuff.
Well, Thomas, I'm sure you're not going to watch any of this because I don't think it's boosted her ego at all. I think it makes what's making her happy is that finally she has an opportunity to deal with it in a way that she'd like to deal with it.
Yeah. Having support from someone in dealing with this is really helpful because I was very upset when I got the message. So it's like he's damning me because of a mistake I made in 2012, which I totally owned up to and apologized for.
Which was leading him on.
Yeah.
Now, whether that was really a mistake that she deserved to be torn to pieces for as much as she was is another question.
But I was. And I, from that point on, because I felt so bad about it, I was like, whenever I talk to Thomas, I'm going to tell him the truth because he damned me so much for not. So he comes back around. I tell him the truth that I have a boyfriend and that I don't think that we're, anything special and that I would like him to stop. And he continues. Thanks, Winston's mom. Yeah, it is. You should know this is not your issue, Rachel. Nothing you did was the cause. He's obviously disturbed and would have latched onto someone else if you had not wandered his way. It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I am.
I don't think there's any reason to respond to anything further. He writes. I think at this point now, the best thing to do is to not respond to anything.
Yeah.
He now knows where you are online, and to the extent that he wants to witness anything about him or you, and that, then it's gonna hurt. He's not gonna like the way it sounds.
No.
He's not gonna successfully engage you, and he's going to have my foot up his ass all the time.
And that's the first time too. This is just like with Mercy Behavioral Center. Like I had to stick up for myself all the time. With them, with him, with a lot of things, with my parents. And now I have someone who understands what justice really means and fairness. And I feel like I don't have to walk on eggshells anymore. And that's a really nice feeling. So thank you.
I'm very glad you don't feel like you have to walk on eggshells.
No.
I agree, Lawnmower. Jesus is Lord is almost certainly Cloud. The thing is, I am not one though to like run from a fight or allow somebody to get away with bullshit. You know, I'll call that shit out, and I'll continue to call it out. And if homie wants to battle, I'm right here.
Yeah. Lawnmower says, I do share that feelings of dealing with guilt and someone putting it in your face even after you apologize. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Lawnmower.
Right. It's people who don't understand the whole purpose of communication. It's like, if I acknowledge that I did something wrong and apologize for it, that's supposed to resolve the issue if you're a decent human being, right?
Yeah, and then I learned from it, and I was like, you know what? I need to grow and be more honest in general. Like, it doesn't matter if the person's a stranger or not. Like, I really need to grow into integrity instead of, like, you know, tiptoeing around things. I was young.
You know, you never hear anybody say Lord is Jesus. It's always Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, what up?
I wonder why.
Now I'm going to keep on thinking it's Lord is Jesus. Lord is God and God is Lord. Lord is Jesus and Jesus is God.
Did you see the Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Father of the Bride 3 on YouTube? It's about 30 minutes long, or rather sentimentally sweet, but worth a visit for Steve Martin. I like that movie. I have not heard of that one, I think.
I have not either. That is so strange. I didn't even know that there was a 3-1. Is it newer? I loved him and her in Father of the Bride. That is a good movie and a remake. Yes. He plays a great, like, dad who sees his little girl growing up and is like, I don't know how to handle that.
Father of the Bride's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And actually, Diane Keaton's really good in it too. She's like the mom who's like, you'll be okay, you know? It's like really a good movie. The guy's probably low on self-esteem and idolizes you for him to even stalk all this time. Yeah, Diamond, I think you have...
But I mean, the thing is, okay, so he's low on self-esteem. I mean, I don't doubt that everybody who does awful shit has some sort of trauma. You know, or at least almost everybody who does awful shit has some sort of trauma they could try to blame for that.
Oh my gosh, Winston's mom, you thought it was a door too? It wasn't, no one was there.
It was just, you know, next door they're doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, they are.
You hear all kinds of like construction noises, and I think that they're closer to us than they are, and I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. Ever since COVID, it's like they're obviously people who can't stop doing shit
stuff, yeah.
Because they've been really active since COVID.
Truth.
I think it just, you know, you can't justify your own bad behavior by pointing to your low self-esteem. You know, it's like if you've got low self-esteem, the solution is not to hate Rachel because Rachel didn't want to get with you. The solution is to deal with your low self-esteem. You know, I I went through a long period of time where I really believed myself to be not reproductively viable, that chicks weren't interested in me at all, and that I wasn't a possible, I wasn't an option that chicks considered when thinking about who they wanted to get with or something, really sold this line of bullshit to myself for years. But at no point did I sell myself a line of bullshit that it was their fault. I always sold myself a line of bullshit that it was my fault, that I was just fundamentally inadequate. So, I mean, and I also knew that I wanted to have women around me.
That's a huge deal.
So I was pleasant. Instead of becoming hateful towards women, I became professionally asexual,
You did a good job at
it. Making sure that women knew that they could trust to be around me without me trying to get on them. Of course, that's also the wrong approach. It's like, obviously I was a person who deserves to be considered a reproductive option as well. I just because my teenagehood had not suggested that I was a viable dating option didn't mean that I needed to internalize that so much. It was mostly fear. How is self-esteem affected by outsiders? It's generated from within you, like your social clout reputation can be harmed by people's opinions, but not social self-esteem. I disagree. That's Sean. I would say that statement right there is indicative of probably ignoring FI and dominant FE, which is you feel naturally very confident about your FI because it's your fifth slot. And so you don't really have any concerns that, hey, maybe I'm not going to value myself authentically. But self-esteem, mine certainly links strongly to external validation. I didn't really feel self-esteem until I'd gotten a lot of external validation by a YouTube channel. And then I felt like, okay, I'm satiated. I'm full. I have sufficient validation from others to believe in myself, non-chip on the shoulder, An all-white creator. Are you sure that's not a typo? Oh, wise. It makes more sense. All right, so Sean O'Neill and CJ O'Connell, I would like to split this transubstantiated bond rip between the two of you. Sean O'Neill, you're going to get half of this transubstantiated bond rip, and CJ O'Connell, you're going to get the other half, okay? I hereby transubstantiate thee.
Hello. Thank you.
I got some good news for you, CJ and Sean. Even though the bong kissed me, I didn't transubstantiate the kiss from the bong. So you got no bong water on your lips.
That's good.
Wow, cool. What will I do now that I've been appointed Jesus as Lord for 3 minutes? I guess I'll forgive and be free of sin. All right, I'll get you one too, you mad bro. I don't want you mad bro to be mad, bro. So here's the trick. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen soon.
Ah! Do we have another one?
Yeah. Oh, hot, hot, hot. See, this first thing I do is I forgive this for breaking.
I
This.
forgive you.
I forgive you. I forgive you, bowl, for breaking.
That's okay, Pee-Pee.
The second thing I do is I raise the bowl from the dead.
Ooh.
Here we go, performing a miracle. The bull was dead, but I have resurrected it. See? Oh. Yeah. Jesus is Lord is Mike Jones / Cloud. I agree. What else am I doing as well, I still got my Jesus powers. I'm going to take this one bong rip, even though it's just one bong rip, I'm going to transubstantiate to everybody here a full bong rip. You don't have to split this one. Why? Because just like Jesus did with like one fish fed a bunch of people, so too, one bong rip will be split amongst all of you, with each of you getting a full bong rip. I hereby transubstantiate these. Well, then the bong hit is just what you need, Jesus is Lord. Everybody should know by now that one of the best medical treatments for addiction is marijuana. People were easy to subjugate or impress. That was never something I would have let build my image of myself. I like aggressive, individualistic people full of life to pay attention to me. Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and certainly that's been the case for me. You know, got my bong rips, I got my non-alcoholic beer. Well, there are two halves to morality. Jill. Can I call you Jill? That's true, Xavier Reeds. Xavier Reeds speaks the wisdom of truth and the truth of wisdom when he says that each piece can't keep up a charade for too long. They get bored and reveal who they are. And they don't like keeping up a charade for very long. It's hard work. It requires too much FE, you know? We don't like to operate with that much FE. If that were the case, Jesus is Lord, then no non-monotheist would have any morality. But that's not the case. Gosh. Sounds like you've not done much thinking. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus is Lord is Cloud, for sure. It's okay. I forgive you. You're absolved of your sins, Cloud. Congratulations. I guess I should make you acknowledge them first. Oh, okay. That's fine. I didn't get much accomplished, did I? It just goes to show you being Jesus is a lot easier than it sounds. I mean, a lot harder than it sounds. Yeah, Cloud likes to say that I'm a BRNG type. Namely, boring.
Is the bong free for ribbon?
It is, absolutely. Please make use of it. Here's the bong, face to face, just a couple of silver spoons. Your urethra is yeah, and pizza is yeah.
They call these the dad short, and they so are.
They kind of are dad shorts, yeah.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, something Cloud made up.
They're so comfy.
But typically, I don't think he did anything particularly interesting with it. Like, if you're gonna make that up, then you need to make up the whole thing, right? Like, the alternatives are B and something else, R and something else, N and something else, G and something else, and have a whole system, you know? I guess that's the alternative, huh? B versus I, N versus R, and then T versus N, and then R versus G. You got two R's and two N's. See, there's your problem, right? It's that kind of sloppy ideation that annoys me. It's just sloppy ideation. So, okay. It's interesting. If you break down what Jesus Lord is saying, he's saying that only spiritual justifications are good. He doesn't warrant the claim with anything. But poor Rachel's cough. Yeah, she's got COVID, obviously. That must be why she's coughing her little lungs out.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure it had nothing to do with the bong riffs.
Never. One for the audience.
So, the thing is, like a lot of people, Jesus is Lord uses a lot of words to say a little stuff. What he said there is only spiritual justifications are legitimate. But of course, it's just a random claim, unsubstantiated by anything. But there's a lot of words there. Make it seem like, I guess, it's substantiated with something. That's the kind of shit that people try to pull all the time. You see how frustrating it must be to constantly be encountering that kind of bullshit and be a debate coach? That's like constant from all directions.
What?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like like this. The fact of the matter is that we cannot assume anything about a person unless we have good, sound justification, which cannot be provided by scientific materialist empiricism, but only through spiritual. In other words, only spiritual justifications are legitimate. But he said all of that shit. A whole lot of nothing.
Uh-huh.
In typical Cloud fashion, he shifts ground now and says, you cannot say I am good without having at least some invocation of something profoundly disinterested, but also something very personal and subsuming.
No.
Okay, so let's deconstruct what's being said here. If you say I am good, then you invoke something disinterested and also self-subsuming. So what do you mean by self-subsuming? And personal? Do you mean anything? Or is it just a word salad? Subsumption requires. Okay, so I'm done talking to Cloud now. Drabble or dribble is what you mean there, lawnmower, not rabble. Sorry to be a diction correctionist, but I can't help it.
Can't help it.
Revelatory epistemology is retarded. Is that what you call that thing that he's saying? Drivel, or I guess drabble or something maybe. I'm not sure. Drivel. Yeah. Gamarnazi? What does Gamarnazi mean? I'm curious. Or in the UK, we call it talking bollocks. I like your UK words. I gotta say, I really do. I like the way you call things fiendish.
Yeah.
I like the way you refer to things as, a most severe. Like use of severe and your use of most.
Yeah.
Right?
And isn't it? That's not quite right, is it?
Yeah. That's not quite it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, quite.
Not quite right.
Not quite. Yeah.
It's you guys talk fantastic.
It really is. Fiend. It's a fiendish thingy.
And
I think the next movie we should watch is A Hard Day's Night. Okay, then no, we won't. Oh God, I do not want to do
that.
What?
I'm a little hesitant about that.
Okay.
I might work up to it.
It's a Criterion collection.
Eventually I did work up to Scott Pilgrim. It took me a while to get accustomed to the idea.
That's fine.
Yeah, it just takes me a little while to get accustomed.
Sure.
Well, Sean, I agree with you that self-esteem is primarily I would say that self-esteem is best explained as a range. And when you have high self-esteem, it's more over here. And when you have lower self-esteem, it's more over here. Which is to say, on any given day, I may feel more or less pimping, for lack of a better word, Some days you feel a little bit more strutty than other days. Some days you feel a little bit more swaggery than other days, right?
Yeah, like today, I'm on a scale of meh. Like I'm 50. I'm at 50%. My allergies are a little bugging me, so I'm more mucusy than usual. But I still feel good.
I'm on the upswing from a couple of days of what I would call low everything. So during those couple of days, I would say I had lower self-esteem, which is to say I basically thought, to the extent that I was thinking to myself, it was like, Eric, you fuck up. You need to meow.
Give me some skin.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was what that was. My bad.
It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Holy crap!
No, it's okay. It's okay. I've got a weird wrist thing. The thing about self-esteem is, of course, it exists. Your self-concept includes a general sense of self-regard, and that changes over time. So I have a much better sense of certainty regarding who I am and what I can rely upon myself to do and be. This is part of being an SI person, though. If you're SI polar like Jordan Peterson, you're not going to get this concept.
I like what CJ O'Connell says with British dry wit can be a vibe sometimes. It totally is. Like, I just feel like having some fruit. Or, like, oh, the rain. It's just raining. I don't know. Like, it's like everything is like on a neutral level. Keep calm and carry on as they're like.
Right, stiff upper lip.
Yeah.
Chin up.
Chin up,
stiff upper lip. It's
chin up is a good phrase that they use too.
It's a nice FE culture. It's like they do FE pretty well.
Yeah, I would say so.
A man's self-esteem is measured by your ability to make a huge poo.
Oh, and also what they say is, in respect to women, they call like older women mom. Yes, mom.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I love that. How respectful. So quite good is actually not that. Is probably like, yeah, it's all right.
I just got to comment on this amazing sentence, right? This is, and Cloud, I got to say, this is the perfect ESFP sentence. It's so it's such a clusterfuck of a self-double bind, and he's completely unaware of it. The idea that we can know anything without invoking the ineffable and eternal is utter nonsense, which we ought to disregard on account of it being completely irrational and foundationless. You saying the idea that we can know anything without invoking the unknowable is nonsense, which we have to disregard on the account of it being irrational and foundationless.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. And so many words to say nothing, except you can't know anything unless you invoke magical unknowableness. Therefore, trying to know anything without invoking magical unknowableness is totally irrational, and you should disregard it entirely. But that's fucking absolutely ridiculous. There's all kinds of shit we can know without invoking magical unknowableness. We can know whether or not a bridge is going to hold 100 pounds or 10,000 pounds or 100,000 pounds. How much weight it's going to hold. We can know that just by using math. We don't have to invoke anything magical at all or anything ineffable. So, I mean, what you're saying is just such a great example of complete garbage that I just had to read it. So, I mean, that's cool. I appreciate you demonstrating just spew of This is what it looks like when somebody spews complete, utter garbage.
It was a bait and switch for Sam.
Well, he never successfully baited any of us.
Yeah.
We all knew, right?
Yeah.
Cloud can't stop being Cloud. That's the thing. It's the complete lack of rationality or reasoning.
There's something endearing in that.
Yeah. Fusty lugs. Somebody who wastes time on worthless things.
Your mom is Batman. Nice emailed Anthrax.
Chris M., I like your definition here. Scientific explanation for self-esteem is directly correlated to either being or not being a little bit. Away, you scullion, you rampalion, you fustularian. I'll tickle your catastrophe. Fusty lugs. Someone who stubbornly wastes time on worthless things. Fusty lugs. What a great word. Fusty lugs? Is that
I'm
really
Mr. Fusty Lugs.
Don't be a fusty lugs. I mean, if I knew this is really a word. I would use it constantly to tell myself, Eric, stop being such a fusty lugs.
That's a good
definition.
Fat and slovenly woman.
A fat and slovenly woman? I'm not a fusty lugs.
I'm a little bit of a fussy lugs. I am.
No, you are not.
Oh, thanks, babe.
You are not a fusty lugs, my precious, perfect angel.
Oh, thank you. I see a juicer. Can I pluck it?
Oh yeah, please. You use the word ineffable, Jesus is Lord. What do you think it means? What do you think it means? Knowable?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 2 juicers. Come right up. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's beauty.
It is. And 2.
But it's not true that you have to be aware of or make explicit a framework in order for things to work on a conditional level. Even if his reasoning is correct, it is not the case that people need to understand the framework for shit to work on the contention level. So it's like, and he wants to both lay claim to the unknowable. Ineffable is only ineffable insofar as it is not a direct consequence of objects of experience, but objects of knowledge. So God is an object of knowledge. I don't think anybody disputes that. People know things about God, whether it's that God doesn't exist or that he does. So, what's your point? I agree. God's an object of analysis. Is God only an object of analysis? That's a separate question. What's your point? There is no point. Old English insults. Preening the gibbon. The thing about self-esteem is this. Self-esteem, to some extent, comes from, for an SI user anyway, or especially for an ENTP, it comes from developing skills and being able to successfully prove those skills are useful and worthy of admiration. You know, it's like ENTPs want to be respected or affirmed. And so because our FE is not naturally second slot or first slot, but rather third, we think, well, we will perform and succeed in that regard and get positive regard in that fashion. But, I think you might well say that it kind of takes an environment like this to refine an ENTP into somebody who's got better FE, if still not great. I still freak out at people. I still get mad. I need to get a better grip on that shit. And I am doing a better job increasingly. It takes time. So that's the SI part. Part of my self-esteem is legitimate. It's objectively justified by my being able to look back at previous Eric and see that I've grown into a better human being. So I should feel good about myself as a consequence. And there's nothing wrong with that. The idea that Jordan Peterson says it's just neuroticism, and that's totally an SI polar thing to say. SI matters,
Has he been posting new content?
I don't know what somebody here referenced him.
I'm asking for a friend.
Zandy, how are we both doing? I am doing 88 out of 100.
I copy that answer.
We're not doing A work today, but I don't feel like we're doing C work like I was doing yesterday, or D work yesterday. I think I moved all the way up to a B, and I'm going to be generous in grading myself because I have high self-esteem. So I'm going to give myself an 88 for the day. It's pretty good.
I gave you the winky guns, Chris M.
Right. I also forgave people somebody their sins. I don't remember who. Pew pew, indeed. Isn't it dangerous to teach conceptual ideas and actual truth? I think its danger is proportional to its to both the extent and kind of definitional specificity that it represents. So it's like if you take your God and turn it into a bunch of very clear earthly rules that you have to follow, you're probably doing it wrong. However, if you understand God as being consistent with the good in the larger sense, that you can see, if you see God as consistent with the good in the negative sense that is rationally determinable, and consistent with the good in the positive sense that is not, then you're going to have something that hopefully lines up with your conscience without mismanifesting as a bunch of concrete rules by which you judge other people, which is a lot of how religion ends up coming out. It's like, it is bad for other people to do meow, and for me too, but for other people to do meow, especially because what I'm talking about is how these people are doing meow, and that's bad.
Dawkins is Uranus.
Darth Dawkins?
I don't know who he is.
I have no idea who he is. He's a mix between Darth Vader and Richard Dawkins.
Right?
He's an asshole and an asshole. That is an impressive double duty there.
Thanks.
That's kind of like a self-subsuming thing that Cloud said earlier. Is that an asshole that makes its own hat?
I'm into that.
How would you even poop if it had a hat?
Really?
The hat would block your poop coming out.
Treasure hunting sometime? Not now. Everyone will be out there. Since Winston's mom says there was diamond and gold found in our area.
Around us?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In the mountains or what?
Winston's mom, were they in the mountains? Do you know the locale? Because we actually really like that stuff. She says that we shouldn't go out there now because everyone's there, but I don't know. That sounds fun to me. Thank you, Winston's mom.
Well, where is it anyway?
She's linking them.
Oh. We go there and you know, be this Pakistani guy. Hello, it's me, Thomas.
We have found the gold.
Thomas, you're here already?
Wow, Thomas, you got here quick.
You are such an effective stalker. I gotta say, props to you.
I forgot. He's the one who wrote the articles. And then we go there and it's that'd be
it's a
really
trap.
good. Yeah.
It's all just a trap for us.
A honey trap. That's like literally a honey trap.
No, Winston's mom is just. I don't think Winston's mom's in on it. I think Winston's mom's just been fooled by. No, I don't even want to, Dave Sanderson. I hate watching that kind of awful nonsense.
Do you know where the Dead Kennedys are an American or a British band?
American.
That makes sense. I woke up with that song stuck in my head.
Which song?
Kill the Poor.
That's actually not the Dead Kennedys.
Oh.
That's Fear.
Kill the poor.
Oh wait.
Kill
Yeah.
the poor. Kill the poor tonight.
No, you're right. That is Dead Kennedys. I'm thinking about. I think maybe both bands have a different song, but by the same name.
They could.
Let's look this up. I think Fear has a song called "Kill the Poor" as well.
Cool.
But let's see. Dead Kennedys. Kill the Poor.
I think so.
Yeah, that's the one you're singing.
Yeah. I woke up with that song in my head.
Let's see. I love living in the city. Remember that song?
I don't think I know it.
I love living in the city. Okay, let's see. Let's have a war. That's what I was thinking of. Not kill the poor.
That sounds so similar,
Yes,
though.
yeah, it was sufficient to trick me into thinking it was the same thing.
It was.
Let's have a war is not the same thing as kill the poor. You were right. It is by the Dead Kennedys. Efficiency and progress is ours once more. Now that we have a new Toronto bomb, it's nice and quick and clean and gets things done. Away with excess enemy, with no less value to property. No sense in war, but perfect sense at home. Kill the poor.
Kill the poor.
Kill
Kill the poor tonight.
Yeah, that's a funny song to wake up singing.
Yeah. It's on my playlist, so I guess it was subconsciously stuck there. Oh, Cloud. Sometimes in my head, I want to practice like the surf, like you know, like that, like get up and like
Hop up on the surfboard.
yeah, and then just be like, woo. I don't know how to do it though.
It's hard. I never got good at surfing. Do you
It's good to
see
know.
your self-esteem affected when others view you negatively? That's directed at Sean, but I think we could all do a good job answering that question. Do I see myself affected, my self-esteem affected negatively when others view me negatively? Not really at
Yeah,
this
you're
point.
good at that. You're Teflon, pretty much, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But it has to be certain things can sting, like. But that's not really something affecting my self-esteem. It's just sort of something that I don't like. That's true that I have to accept.
That's what I go through too, actually. And I let myself go through the motions of it, whatever it is. A lot of times, and this is I think an INFJ thing, is that like I'm going through the motions, but I don't know what. And but so like I'm trying to think of like times where my self-esteem is like the best it's ever been right now because I'm in a healthy environment. But when I wasn't, I had to be my best friend. I had to learn to like be like, no, I'm rich, I'm greatest, I'm best. Like really though.
Yeah, she had to learn to sing Whisper Shout.
Yeah, I did. And like it helped because it when getting teased and stuff, as I grew older, I was able to be like, fuck that shit. Haters gonna hate, you know?
And I want to stress here, Rachel, the truth of this matter.
Yes.
Haters, they are in fact, at the end of the day, some way or another, they will, which is to say they are going to, hate. Haters gonna hate.
It's facts of life, you know? I guess I just deal with it.
So, you know.
I'm just gonna have to get that dirt off my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. You see your golden calf? Jesus Lord has a golden calf.
To milk its
idol worshiper.
udders.
Idol worshiper.
Idol worshiper with udders.
We are synchronized in teasing Cloud.
We are, CJ O'Connell. Oh, I repent. My grandma La Pelosi used to be like, Tony, I'm coming to you, Anthony. Grandma, you're so dramatic. She wasn't even close to like dying at that point. I'm like, what are you doing, Grandma?
These kids of mine, they're killing me. I'm coming.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. How much longer than Anthony did your grandmother live?
A lot. Like a lot of years. I was 16 when I was 2 when he died, and I was 16
when she died.
Yeah,
so 14 more years.
Yeah.
You probably started saying that right away too. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Anthony.
Rachel didn't send me a car for Thanksgiving.
I'm
on my way. It's all my fault. She killed me.
They want me to stop smoking. funny. I was looking at her and be like, Grandma, what are you so dramatic about? I don't know, it's just too. Hey, Running Fox. What up, indeed? I like your use of the upside down face emoji. You don't see that too often. Yes, hashtag rare indeed. You know what else is a really rare? I'm feeling good. Thanks, Running Fox. It's that emoji. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Let me put the cursor there for you and put this.
Yeah. And go to face. It's really rare, but I like it for that reason. It's just hard to use in the emojis.
Oops.
Okay, scroll down. It's the purple, like Nintendo looking guy. Wait, that guy.
This guy?
Yeah, you hardly ever see that.
Push enter.
That's hashtag rare. I like it though because it's like a throwback emoji.
Hashtag rare.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah, me too.
Heavy metal hand sign. Oh, that doesn't say heavy metal hand sign.
That's one.
Oh, that's heavy metal hand sign.
Yeah, that's
Hook 'em
what.
horns.
That's like, what is this? I love you?
Apparently, I like this. This is hang loose.
Yeah, that is hang
Oh, that's
loose.
call me.
No, that's
It says
hang
call
loose.
me though.
Really? Okay, so what's hang loose?
Because they don't have hang loose.
That's so funny. I never thought of it as call me.
Middle finger. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's naughty.
It's naughty.
Raised fist.
BRB.
Okay. What's this? Pow. Pow. Double fist.
That is a good one.
Mhm.
That's like superpowers. No. BRB.
All right, you BRB then. What? I don't know. What? Eh? I'm still confused. But I have a different shirt on. Oh my god. I'm still confused. Oh, why am I so easily confused? Oh. Oh my god, I'm still befuddled by my confusion. Why am I in this wedding dress? This is the story I'm telling with emojis. Who's this? Mrs. Claus. They've got a Mrs. Claus. Hi, Cameron. How are you? Cameron's here, everybody. You're going to host the debate tomorrow. I'm so excited for you. You're going to host the debate tomorrow. Yeah, you go, Pooh. I'm doing pretty swell. Feeling a little sleepy. I'm feeling a little bit like Man Fairy. So this is what that one's called, Man Fairy. I'm also feeling a little bit like somebody's ripping my head off. Ah! Thanks, Cameron. You're a pal. I hereby award the one steamy room. Hey, listen to me speaking. Yeah, maybe after I take a nap. That sounds cool. I gotta take a nap though pretty soon. You are surfing. Look at Lawnmower when he's surfing. But did anybody else bring a turkey to the party? No, I did. I brought a turkey. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll call you when I get up from my nap. What was the Count of Monte Cristo's type? I have no idea. All I know for sure is that he loved tacos. You bring nunchaku. Better watch out. Don't accidentally hit yourself in the head. Oh, you brought forks and knives. Thank God. Somebody brought forks and knives. I'm going to need a fork and knife to cut into my flaky and crusty croissant. Yes, I am very familiar with the young adult book, The Giver. I taught it a couple of different years for middle school. For 5th grade, I think I taught it, or 6th grade. One of the two. Zandy's having cocktails. Running Fox is confused on Morridge's behalf. Lawnmower is too cool for school. Running Fox is having beers. And me, I say, hey, you know where we should all meet up later? We should all meet up later in Tokyo at the Tokyo Tower. Everyone's like, yeah, good idea. What time, Eric, do you want to meet at? 10 o'clock. You think the receiver of memories is just the community's INFJ? It's a good way to put it. It is a great book. That's how you broke your hymen too? Oh, Lawnmower, you and I have something in common. Actually, I broke my hymen during a very unfortunate and out of the blue lightning strike. Struck me right in the puss. Just hard enough to break my hymen. I was like, damn, now I'm not a virgin anymore. Stupid lightning. Well, I tell you, it was better than the other option, which was having my puss be at the end of a rainbow, because then it would have had to have a pot of gold inside of it. Okay, you do that, David Sanderson. The man behind you is groping you. That's normal. Just go with it, Lawnmower. Look. I mean, what do you think's happening in this scene here? Why do you think it's sort of cut off at the waist, right? What's going on beneath the horizon? Dirty, dirty, filthy, filthy stuff. It's normal. So just take those off and you'll be fine. Just take those off, and you'll be playing the saxophone in no time. You're trying to get Katie to notice you. I like playing emojis. It's kind of fun, actually. It's like while I'm taking pictures of me to broadcast onto your television, I am concurrently chopping down the barriers that divide us to cleanse us of our collective wrongness and a shower of goodwill and cigarette smoke. That's how you got testicular cancer. That's a lot of variations on hymen. What about hymenophilia? Also, I found this in the lobby. Who left it there? You cannot leave your Easter Island head in the lobby. You need to move it immediately. We are not a dumping ground for Easter Island's heads for once and for the last time. Okay, well, as soon as you're done using the bathroom, I figure to move that Easter Island head out of here. Here, use this. Use this to sweep it away. After you're done, I want you to clean the floor where it left dusty footprint. Don't make me turn off the lights and leave you locked in here all night long like a black square inside of a white square. I will trademark your ass and profit off of it if you're not careful. No 18-year-olds allowed here. 17 fine, 19 fine, no 18. I consider 18-year-olds to be non-potable water. This is my memoir, Sean O'Neill. This is my memoir. Obviously, it's not very entertaining since I've gone from 18 or 19 people down to 13. Anywho, I'm an average single mom of two looking for love. You know, Omar, I got to say, you're doing this game a lot better than I'm doing it. You're telling a single story with each one. You're an extreme ESTP now. You are. I see it. I feel it. Is that true? Potable? Not potable. Okay. Learn something new every day. Sean O'Neill, for teaching me that fact, I award you this glass of potable water. Congratulations. What is this one? Oh. Socially distant. Righteous. I love being socially distant. All right, I'm going to split now. See y'all later. I'm going to go take a nap. Bob's your uncle.